Great American Pillow Fight coming at you.
Who's that saying stupid flag? Bird was in the stall, and before we all went piling out.
All you gotta do is block that guy. Your job ain't that hard. So just don't make it hard. Yes, sir, Coach. I got you.
Now, from Suite 11 at Louisiana Downs Casino and Racetrack in some basement in rural Central Florida, it's the Jumpin' Offsides Podcast Network. Here's your host, Chance, JD, and Mike.
Episode 48 coming at you. We have got some Florida boys out there tonight. JD's live on vacation, on location down there. Lulu's coming in hot.
Yeah, with a boat
Michael's
drink.
right. There it is. What are we drinking on tonight, JD?
I don't know. It's something my old lady bought me. Pina colada with a rum topper.
There you go. Good
There
job,
you go.
old lady.
Mm-hmm.
My old lady.
No free advertising.
Mike
No
in
free
the middle,
advertising,
man in the middle. Yep. Hey, tell us about that black shirt.
Got my Billy Napier shirt on. You know, I'm just celebrating Billy Napier. I'm letting it loose. You know, here we go.
I love it.
Billy's the man in black, so I'm going to roll with him. Here we go.
I love it. We've got tonight.
Spot the ball. We're going to spot the ball.
Yeah, spot that damn ball. We did this past Saturday. We got Drew Head, Fuzzy's Taco Shop, Flying Heart over in West Monroe on restaurant tour. He came to sit in for JD tonight, and we appreciate him for that. Big seat to fill, though, with JD being out.
Absolutely.
Oh, no. Drew can handle it. He can handle it.
Going to be a good show. A lot to talk about, a lot to catch up on last week and then the big games this week.
We might start calling JD old Wally Pip like Coach Burry tried to call me that my sophomore year when I banged my head. Mike, you ever heard of Wally Pip? Some guy named Lee Garrett came in. Wally Pip never played again. So JD might be the new Wally Pip if you don't watch out.
Yeah. Old Sweet Lou may be sitting right next to me. You never know.
Yeah.
He'll be missing out for sure.
That rum topper he's got may not let him come back, you know. They put him
on
the DL.
It might not. So let's talk a little bit about your Gators last week with the big upset, the Longhorns. I know Mike, you were there, and so we talked a little bit about it, and I know me and you talked on the phone earlier this week, and Chance was in a business meeting, so he couldn't tune in with us. But talk about the atmosphere there in Ben Hill Griffin, and how excited everybody is, and everybody's back on that Billy train, son. Let's go 6-1 the rest of the way.
Yeah, I mean the atmosphere was electric. You know, there's no place like the Swamp when when the fans are rocking. A little bit of a swampy atmosphere to start, a little bit of rain and drizzle, and those pretty boys from Austin came in with their white breeches and their white tops and their white helmets and their white shoes, and they're supposed to ice us out, whatever the hell it was. But you got to continue to take your hats off to our defense. I mean, they are just playing some relentless effort. They have zero holes, really. And I think time and time again, they have just continued to step up this year. And it seems as though, now granted, it's one game. We need to kind of, take it as an improvement, and we're heading, but it seems like DJ, maybe because he's now gotten more practice and kind of some live practice and live games, because whether we realize it or not, missing all of spring, missing the majority of OTAs, and not having what I would call quality practice time, because you can only hand the ball so much and turn around and look and act like you're going to throw the ball without actually throwing it. So I feel like maybe he's starting to kind of get back in a little bit of a game speed, game mode. He looks sharp. obviously, I think when you can hand the ball off to number 13 25 times a game, that is a recipe for success. And we'll see what happens at College Station. I mean, it's odd to me, and again, I'm not in the building and definitely pulling for the guy, but for some reason, Coach Napier and the boys, when their backs are against the wall, they perform. They do their thing, and kudos to them. I mean, because a lot of teams and a lot of coaching staffs don't do that. I mean, they fold and people quit, and you start looking for the doors and where's my money and so on and so forth. So for whatever way they motivate in Gainesville these last, I guess, 18 months, when their back's against the wall, that's when they shine. So let's just keep doing it for another 6 or 7 weeks and roll into the college football playoffs.
For y'all's sake, I hope, as Billy said, he's got a look in his eye. Let's hope he's got that look this week when y'all go to College Station, because that's a lot better football team y'all are playing this week than y'all played last week.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yep. They have a recipe to run the football, and that usually hurts us. I heard him talking about the passing lanes for our rush lanes after the game, and I watched a little bit of the game just in passing. They had it back on the SEC network yesterday and was kind of watching it, and I saw exactly, because their leading rusher was Arch Manning, just on scrambles. And this quarterback we're playing this week can do that. And whether it's a called run or, and if you remember last year, they pounded it right down our throat the whole game and then had a quarterback that could make plays too. So that's the scary part about this week. Plus, we already know it's going to be louder than who'd have thought down there. So that's what I kind of see. It has me nervous for sure.
Vance, I was wondering, because I know the live in person feel sometimes can be extremely different than the TV and the commentators, but a buddy of mine said that DJ still looks like he's injured, or what was he like on TV, or how did he look from that perspective? Because obviously you got way better camera angles and all the commentary and things like that. So any thoughts there? I mean, I know he's Chance taking a smoke break right now, but we'll let him.
Breathing treatment, Jimmy.
You got the old black lung.
Breathing treatment.
I think he's choking.
I'm back.
He's
I'm
choking.
back.
Yeah, is there anything you could see from the the TV and the live broadcast from a health perspective with DJ? Because I didn't notice it, but again, you're sitting away in the stands.
I couldn't tell what it was. I just saw him limping after a play, and it's like it was something very, very, very simple, like a little jump and come down, and it was like then he was ginger, and they cut to it. So
The whole rest
they
of the
asked
game.
him about it. He said it's not anything, But who knows? There might be the Wally Pipp story there. If Tramell Jones has to come in, may not bother him at all.
I go back to just the fact that, and I don't know the exact stats, but I know he had it over 20 times, but giving the ball to Jaden 20 plus times.
27 times for like 113.
Yeah. I mean, that right there just continues to scream like he is our best guy.
Yes.
Other than we'll probably get to him. Dallas Wilson, holy moly. I mean, that sucker looked
He's a real deal.
like he could have been playing on Sunday afternoon. I mean, the guy was electric, and just that play he made on the sidelines, jumped up, got the ball, spun around, and then had the strength to get out of the tackle, and then had the afterburners to get in the end
Drug
zone.
an All-American into the end zone.
That's not that ain't a common play. That ain't just a ordinary get off the bus. That was something special, and I think we've got to continue to feed him for sure.
He looked a lot like that one particular play. It looked a lot like what Jeremiah Smith did last year for Ohio State a lot of times. Like he looked like a man amongst boys. And if he can continue that, that's going to bode very well for Florida the rest of the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I about broke
we've
my
got a
buddy's
really
hand
deep
when I
receiving
high-fived him
core.
on that one when he stepped out of that.
Yep. So to me, there's two positions that I think Billy really doesn't miss on very at all, and that's running back and receiver. I mean, he coached receivers. He's got a pretty good eye for it. He's gone to the portal 2 years in a row and gotten good receivers in Pretty Ricky, and then in Chimere DK, and then Badger last year, and then this year just getting Sturdivant. I'm not gonna say he's okay. He's a good ball player, but like look at who he's recruited at receiver. You got Trey Wilson, which he's more of a decoy than anything because he's not a true number one. But now you have a Dallas Wilson who is a true number one. Then you have Vernell Brown who could be a number one, but he's a very close number two. And then you have Mizell for
Yeah.
Burner. So he hasn't really missed at those two positions because we've got Duke Clark behind Jaden Baugh. We've got KT Daniels behind him. Then you're deep. And he said it in his presser Monday. He said, look, we're banged up at running back, so we'll dig in. He said, but if we're in this league, if we're not going to our third and fourth backs for sure during the year, we're very fortunate. So he said we could dip into our fifth back. So
Yeah, at those key positions, you got to have depth. I mean, and that's just how it goes, and it's good that we do. Any word back on when Jackson's going to be back, or kind of what's
no,
the?
no.
So
I
I mean,
didn't hear him say anything about him. But we get our injury report tomorrow night, so we know we'll have it, and then we'll see. But just talk about something else with that game. How about our D line and the push, and our O line with the push? We'll start with O line because 5=1, baby. Rob Sale. They can talk about Billy all they want. They can say run him off or whatever. Give me Rob Sale every day of the week. He's had 2 All-Americans since he's been there, Osiris Torrance, and he's had Slaughter in the middle. Give me him. No sacks given up. Really no pressures to really speak of this weekend. That's huge. Rob's playing a big role in that, and I mean I love him, so I'm going to say that. But what did you see from that point of view? Plus gaining over 100 yards against their defense.
Yeah, they played like a really elite unit.
Yeah,
As kind of JD said, I don't really know how good Texas really is or isn't.
right.
But either way, it's not like we're playing LIU. I mean, they're a
Cracker
legit
Barrel.
ball club. The boys, yeah. So they're a legit ball club for sure. And they looked like a veteran offensive line.
Yeah.
They did their job, opened holes up, gave DJ time. He never really was really rattled. And from start to finish, our guys up front looked very much in control of the line of scrimmage, which we haven't seen in quite a few weeks. So,
Right.
again, don't want to try to get too far out ahead of ourselves because it's one game of many that they've got to get going and build upon. But this was a very complete, overall. I give them a good solid B+, A- grade as an offensive line unit. And like anything else, there's certain things they can always clean up. I still would like to somehow figure out the true drop back passing game, because right now we're still doing a lot of the edge stuff, which, hey, if that gets DJ healthy and keeps him in a good rhythm, I'm all for it. But just at certain points in your season and in games, you're gonna have to sit back there in the pocket and make a throw. So that's the only thing that I think we would want to see improvement on.
I think, to
And
that
it starts with
point,
the
Mike,
O-line.
yeah, to that point, from what I saw, I mean, Texas has got 2 of the best edge rushers in the country. Colin Simmons is just a beast. Just as a sophomore, I know he was committed to LSU for a while and he ended up going to Texas or whatever. But there were times in that game it looked like Florida made sure and go away from him. And when they did run to that side or they had help over there with the left tackle, they did a lot of chip blocks. They did stuff to negate him. And there was one series when Florida ran the ball and threw the ball to the left 3 times in a row, and he made all 3 plays, and they were like, well, let's don't do that again. And so then you started seeing, more of the rollouts and like you're saying, because that guy there will be playing on Sundays for sure.
Yeah. And that's smart coaching. That's Coach Napier, Coach Sale, Troy, and those guys just understanding the plays that are working, understanding the personnel we have versus what maybe we don't. But I'd put Austin Barber and our tackles up against really anybody because they're long guys. They play well. That is one thing we can kind of maybe jump to is it is still a very frustrating experience with game and clock management at the end. And
less miles, baby.
I would be the first. I'd be the first to try to lead the charge of how important your left tackle is. But I still just didn't understand not letting the clock run off when Austin's helmet came off. And I get it. He's one of our leaders. But I would love to hear. I would love to hear the reasons behind that and why we chose to go that route when 10 seconds could have been a crucial moment.
According to Billy in the presser Saturday after the game and yesterday, he explained it, and pardon me for not knowing exactly what he said, but there is already a rule in there where it wasn't going to benefit us. So he had to call the timeout to get him back out there because we weren't actually going to get the runoff. There was already going to be a timeout or there was something like that. You'll have to go back and listen, and for our viewers and fans, they can go back and listen to the presser. But Billy Ray did explain that because Edgar and company were asking those questions the same way, like, I don't understand. And he explained as to why. And then they were like, oh, we did not know that was an actual rule. So he did explain it away as to what the circumstances were.
Okay, well, I'd have to hear it or listen to it because.
Well, I mean, just follow Florida Gators a little bit closer, Mike, and you'll
sure.
get all the answers.
Well, all I would say to that, to your honor, is when Arch Manning's helmet flopped off, I'm pretty sure they still had a 10-second runoff, correct?
Yes, they did, Jimmy. But the deal, baby, it's different when it's on the other side. According to Billy, I'm just telling you what the man was explaining.
It was both offenses though. So an offensive tackle's helmet comes off and a quarterback's helmet. What's the difference?
Anyway, so
guys,
one offensive.
I got to go. I just wanted to tell y'all I love you. I'm gonna let y'all have it. And the Fighting Diego Pavi is lost. I can't believe it. Bama might be what we don't want. And so I'm going to let y'all have it. Gents, have a good night, and we'll see y'all next week.
JD. Thank you for joining us, baby.
Yep. See you, buddy.
See you soon.
See you, JD.
Yeah, that's the only thing that is a head scratcher to me is because as far as I could tell, the exact same thing happened with Arch, and they got the 10-second runoff. So everybody's like, well, it didn't negate it. It didn't matter. I'm like, yeah, you can say that now, but I tell you what, we were a bunch of, head scratching suckers in that stadium on Saturday. But hey, either way, it didn't hurt us, thank God. My main point is, and look, Billy don't need me to help him out. Billy's he's been there, he's been in the system, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, you text Edgar and tell him to explain it to me.
I just, nonetheless, of this particular quandary or what we're talking through, it's just in general the last few minutes that I just feel like, again, I'll keep saying it. Billy's going to do his thing, and like he said in his quote, it's what got us here. He doesn't need me or anybody else to take advice from, but I just feel like his responsibilities get stretched thin by having to think of the offensive play calling, having to manage personnel, having to think through critical game. And I know he's got people that are. I mean, we've got a great staff and people that are telling him, "Hey, Billy, here's this." But like all of us, I mean, you can be the Bill Gates, and the Einstein of college football. You're going to have some sort of a max, capacity. And I just feel like it just sometimes, again, outside looking in, seems like in some critical decision, game time, clock management moments, we just aren't at the elite level. Take it or leave it, Billy. Keep winning. And like I told a buddy today, I'll be the first sucker on December, whatever, when they pick the college football playoff teams. If we're one of the 12, I'll say we were wrong again about old Billy and the boys.
Right. But the next year we got to have an OC.
We'll wait till next year for next year.
No, I'm sitting there in the second half going, stick your foot on their throat and let's get this game over with. The defense had rattled Arch all game, 6 sacks. I forget how many pressures on I think he dropped back 26 times and he was pressured I don't know how many times. So, I mean, the defense is doing their job, and the back end had coverage sacks as well. So it's not like it was just the front and, the back. He was just missing throws. However, the commentators talked about several times there were guys streaking down the middle. Now, what we hope is that A&M doesn't catch hold of some of that through watching film and catch tight end seaming, something like that, But all in all, defense gets an A for sure.
Oh, for sure. And I never felt, again, because I know sometimes being in the stadium versus watching too, I never felt like he didn't keep his foot on the gas. So at least from while I'm watching the game, and I feel like I'm a pretty good fan where I kind of stay pretty in tune with the game and the flow. 'Cause, we got some buddies like Cooper Carlisle and others that we're all kind of sitting in the same area. So we end up kind of ping pong our way around each other's seats, but we sit there and put our 2 cents in. So I never felt like he didn't keep the aggression going. I think he just realized, hey, we've got a good thing going here with ball. DJ's feeling comfortable. We don't need to be vanilla and just 3 and out, but we also don't have to. We don't need to put our defense in a lot of – I think they played very good complementary football, I feel like.
Well, you know a lot more than I do about football, so I'll take that for sure. I mean, from a fan, just like I'm used to the days when you played when it was an aerial attack and you had a good complement in Fred Taylor where, and Ernest Graham – and guys like that they could tote the rock too, and it was complimentary ball, but you had a coach that wasn't worried about what they were going to say if he beat somebody 52-14.
And Billy's a different, he's a different animal. He goes about his game planning. Yeah,
that's for sure. Did you get? I'm sure you didn't, but in the stadium. It may have been going on at the same time, but did you get to watch Bama Vandy at all?
We were kind of keeping track on, the ticker in the south end zones. We're looking out and, obviously pulling for the mighty Diego and the boys. And from what I heard from the recap, unfortunately, he made some costly turnovers that put them in some bad spots, because it sounds like one of the turnovers in the red zone, potentially they could have went up 21-14. So,
right.
But, he's still a good player. They're still a good team. 5-1 in the SEC is not a bad record. We would gladly trade places. Some other exciting news.
Your eligibility.
Oh yeah, well I heard now there's some lawsuits coming down the pipe that guys are trying to extend, like basically unlimited eligibility.
Yeah,
like just
naturally,
because guys are realizing, hey, I can stay like Quinn Ewers. I can stay at college and make $3 million a year versus going to being a backup or practice squad guy for I think it's the Dolphins or whoever he's with. I mean, I got 1 year left. I mean, shoot, I'll go suit up and
fire it back up and get you another couple million.
I don't even need that. Just give me a couple Gatorade.
I still got 4 years left in this whole body, babe. I'll come be your QB1.
Dude, we were at practice today, and I tried to show these kids I'm rolling their hips and doing something, and I flat out threw this kid about 20 yards, and about 8 seconds later, my back locked up, and I just went down to one knee I needed something to drink.
Yeah,
but I was going to say, in other exciting news, a big, just one of my best friends. He's been on our show, I think, at least once. But Chance, I know you got the news and you shared with him too. But great buddy of mine, and in each other's weddings, our kids hang out. But the Todd Johnson is going to be inducted into the Florida Georgia Hall of Fame game this coming year, and just well deserved. Kudos to Tilo, and couldn't have happened to a better guy. Number one, but just phenomenal player, a Gator legend, Gator great, and we always used to love to say that 75% of the world is covered by water, and the other 25% is covered by Todd Johnson. So just want to give him a shout out. I know the Gator faithful loved watching him play. Just a true ball hawk. One of those old school guys too that would stick his nose in there. So just a great kind of two-way defender on the back end and coming up in the run game. So kudos to Tilo, and shout out to Sarasota Riverview, because they've obviously had quite a few Gators come from that high school program, and just so happy for him and his family, and coming in as freshmen together, and getting to watch firsthand all his many highlights. It's awesome to see him get some accolades that are well earned.
Maybe we can have him on the week of the cocktail party as a guest going into the hall. He's actually getting to go in with Brandon James and a former Gator electric returner that we had. And if I remember correctly, they both ended up playing for the Chicago Bears, obviously not at the same time, but they did actually both play for the Bears at some point in their NFL career. So we had several Gators from that era playing for the Bears.
There was a bunch,
Yeah, and we should have asked Kyle Williams about playing with him up in Buffalo for a minute for a cup of coffee,
Yeah.
And
Todd had a great NFL career after. Got to play in a Super Bowl and was able to do a lot. And he's back at home in Sarasota, and he helps out Riverview and does a lot in the community there. And he and I worked together for a little while in the Med Device Arena. So it's just been great, a great friendship. And like I said, just couldn't happen to a better guy, a better man, great husband, great father, great leader, a team captain, and just so proud of him, and can't wait to see that bus that they make of him.
Oh, I know. It's going to be cool. I'm proud for him too, and couldn't wait to share that with us today and tell him how thankful I was that he made it, because he was an all-world player.
Yeah. And he was a great prank artist too. I mean, that guy.
Yes.
Him and Brock Berlin would pull some of the when it's happening to you at the time, you don't like it at all. But 20 years later, we sit around and we still laugh about it. And gosh, it was just like they were like these two little gnats that, like, you knew if you could just get a hold of them, you'd break them in half.
Right.
But you just couldn't ever get a hold of them, and you didn't know where they were coming from, and you didn't know how they were going to do it. one of the funniest, and it wasn't even a prank. So, and forgive me if I've told this on the show before, but so like I said, Brock and Todd were relentless with these pranks. Like just there was nothing, nothing off limits. So late one evening, I get up and like all offensive linemen do, you get up in the middle of the night and you want to go get some milk and cookies, as Bernie Mac would have said. So I go into our fridge. We all lived in this little rinky-dink house we called the Pink Palace. So I come walking in there, and it's, when when the fridge is real cold and it's a brand new carton of milk or bottled milk, and you're like, oh, this is gonna, it's just gonna be unbelievable. So I pour out a big old glass. I think at the time it may have been Christmas, so we always joked around about getting our little Christmas, little Debbie Christmas trees, with the little green sprinkles. Anyway,
yeah.
So it's probably 1:30 in the morning, and flipping on the TV, it's on TBS, Shawshank Redemption, so you're gonna be sucked in for the next hour and a half. You ain't going back to bed because you're still wondering, hey, is he gonna get out this time, and how's he do it? So anyhow, sitting there, get my bite of little Debbie Christmas tree, and take a sip of the milk. I'm like, God, these freaking guys, it tastes like awful. So I pour the milk out. I go in there, take a little sip, and I pour it all down. Well, then there's another bottle in there, right? I open that one up, pour it, drink it. That's it. I ended up throwing out 3 half-gallon bottles of milk. Go to bed pissed off because now I can't have my little Debbie Christmas trees with my milk. I think I ended up having to just drink water, God forbid.
Yeah.
The next morning, we're all sitting there, and Tilo goes into the fridge, and he's like, where the heck's the milk at? I was like, oh, man, you suckers, what'd y'all do to that stuff? I said, y'all did something, it tasted funky, like y'all put some crap. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, dude, I'm telling you, that milk was jacked up. Well, long story short, I didn't know they made this stuff, but Tilo had bought 3 half gallons of vanilla sweetened milk, and I thought it was rotten milk. So I threw them all away. But point of the story is just because us knowing those guys and all the pranks they used to pull, I thought for sure they had thrown some sort of crap in the milk. So anyway, great football player and a great prank artist.
And in the greatest Morgan Freeman voice I can do, the longest night of his life.
Yes.
Well, we're proud for him and glad to have him. And which leads us to another big game that was last weekend. And I don't know if you got to watch it. You may have listened. You may not have gave a shit at all. But it's somebody that y'all beat up on when y'all were there, and that's Miami and Florida State. They played this past weekend. It went the way I kind of figured it would, and gave Tallahassee their second loss, which was not a shocker, but it was shocking that they kind of came back and made it a little bit closer than I thought it was going to be at 28-22.
Yeah, I turned it off. I mean, I was kind of one eye on the road and one eye on the screen. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, they were up 28-3. And if there's a better offensive and defensive line in the country, like pound for pound, you show me, because those suckers are just mauling people, and they're taught it's fun to watch. Unfortunately, we got a full dose of it, but again, I go back to the team takes on the attitude and the demeanor of their head coach.
Right.
And obviously Cristobal is about toughness, and he's about, burying people and all, throwing all the, the hyperboles and the adjectives. But my goodness, I mean, they are just a bag of hammers that I don't think, if there's a better team than the Hurricanes right now, I'd like to see them. But yeah, I didn't see kind of that little comeback at the end. I mean, but nonetheless, I mean, they're up 28-3.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they had a few plays here and there that got them back in the game, but we're still glad to see them get beat. Either way, America lost in that game. feel like, because Miami winning or that other team there from the Trashyville. Either way, we lose as Americans in that game. That's the way I feel about it. So
they are definitely state champs, so they'll be.
Yeah, they absolutely are. They absolutely
And
are.
I don't know how old Michael Irvin is, but that sucker's got more energy than.
I'm telling you, he
I mean, he
takes
looks
that
like he could
belt
get out
off
there and
the
suit up
faithful.
and run up and down the field and catch a few go routes. I mean, he is like. I mean, he is like
He's amped.
Celsius and Red Bull all wrapped up in one, and he's built like he. I'd love to know what his role is for the team. 'Cause I'm imagining it's just kind of an ambassador and being around those kids. But what a great asset to have him around, and he's just hyping them up.
That's good on Mario for having him around.
Yeah.
Allowing that. You don't want it to be a distraction, but you want it to be a good motivator too, and like legend. I mean,
right.
That's NFL and college legend. So those are good to have around. It'd be like a Pearson being around, 07.
Well, I don't have near the energy that Michael does. I mean,
I don't want to see you jumping up and down like that for sure. We don't have another knee to go out on us. So
no, but I like watching it. I think it's like you said. I mean, when there's a Mount Rushmore of certain programs, Irvin's right up there with those
he helped
guys.
Build it.
Yeah,
on the offensive side for sure.
Yeah, that's right. Well, let's get into some games for this week, and then we'll wrap up the show. But I've got a few. I'm trying to lose this job, and y'all just won't let me do it, Mike. But
no.
So I just scribbled some games down that we've got this week, and we're gonna pick them. I'm pretty sure I'm beating y'all's ass this year anyway. So I mean, I didn't figure you'd want to know about them to start with. So
pretty sure you're not, but we'll just digress.
I'm pretty sure I will. I'll have Wes go back at the end of the year and tally all this up, and we'll see who the victor is. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be me. All right, I'm gonna start this with a game that I know you don't care anything about. There's only two of these kind of games, the Big Ten. I know you could care less about them, but they are big games for this week. And that's Ohio State, Illinois. Ohio State is favored 14.5, over under 49.5 against Illinois. They're ranked 17th against the number 1 Ohio State Buckeyes in Champaign.
That's what shocks me is that is that big of a spread at home.
Yeah.
So
They're
I will take
underestimating Bielema.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll take the Buckeyes to win. I'll take Illinois to cover. And what was the over under 49.5? I'm gonna take the under because neither of those offenses
I'm gonna take the same thing you just said. That's how I'm gonna go too. Drew, what do you think?
I'm gonna go the same, but I'm gonna take the over in it.
Okay.
I think we got it.
Okay. If it's over, it's going to be like 50. It ain't going to be.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
It ain't going to be much. So.
Yeah.
I don't mind that pick, big fella.
Yep. Me neither. All right. So next game is one that I thought we'd think about because they've lost 2 games, their last 2 games anyway. But the Criminals are going to be at home hosting Pitt and Eli Holstein. FSU is favored 10.5, 57.5 over under.
I mean, I'm taking the semis.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched much of Pitt this year, but I've always, I don't know. It's a toss up. So I'll take the semis to cover, semis to win, and then what was the spread?
57.5.
Ooh. Give me the under on that one too.
Yeah.
I like that across the board.
Okay.
For sure.
I like the semis to win, Pitt to cover, and I'll take the under also. It's just a pile of points. All right, our other Big Ten game, the number 7 Indiana Hoosiers and our guy Kurt Signetti, they're going to travel up to Oregon to the number 3 ranked Oregon Ducks. Oregon is only favored 7.5, 55.5 over under. Drew, who do you like?
I like Oregon to cover and win, obviously, and I'll take the. You said that over under was
55.5.
I think they're going to put up points against them for sure. We'll go with over as well.
I like the same.
I like Indiana to win, and I like the over.
I don't know, those Big Ten schools traveling. They've had USC coming to Illinois and losing there, and then they don't typically do well traveling that far. I think it's
maybe not.
I think it's a real thing.
But I think Cignetti's the real deal. And I don't think let's go back to the Oregon Penn State game. What was that really? Penn State is what? They're not that good. Oregon, they told me, I said, man, they're big, they're aggressive, they're fast. I don't think they're what we think they are. I think Indiana goes in there and gets the upset and hits the over.
I want to know what you had in your drink before the show, or what you smoked during that smoke break you took about 20 minutes ago.
Diet Coke. That's probably why I'm being the way I am. Yeah, but that's where I'm gonna go. That's my upset pick of the week. My Pepto-Bismol upset pick of the week.
Well, you're gonna need some Pepto after you lose your ass on that one, partner.
Well, hey, just wait on this next one I'm about to throw at you.
When he starts doing this finger wagging, watch out. Hold on to your wallet.
You talk about a team that doesn't make any sense coming up at a game that makes no sense. I don't know what the hell Vegas. You think about what I'm drinking. I don't know what the hell Vegas is smoking on this next game. The Red River shootout, the Red River rivalry, the Red River whatever it is. Oklahoma, number 6 ranked Oklahoma, and Texas square off. Unranked Texas, ranked number 1 to start the season. Now they're already out of the rankings by week 6, 7, whatever the hell we're in. Listen to this, Mike.
Which, real quick, kudos to the AP of doing their job and getting Penn State and Texas out of the top 25.
Out of there, yeah.
Because typically they let those suckers hang around. Kudos to these guys finally saying, you know what? They're not who we thought we were.
You're an imposter.
Get out. Yeah.
That's right. Good thinking. But listen to this. Texas is favored 1.5 against Oklahoma and only a 42.5 over under.
But you know why they're favored.
I don't.
The Oklahoma QB's out. What's his name?
No, but have you seen Hawkins? Have you seen Hawkins at quarterback for OU? He's definitely better than Arch Manning.
I know, but we saw him last year too, and there was a reason why the other guy's playing, right? It's kind of like what Coach Berger said about Quinn Ewers and Arch Manning. There's a reason why Ewers was playing last year, and
I understand
why Hawkins wasn't playing.
But I'm still saying he's better. I don't think Texas comes in there to the Cotton Bowl and wins this one. I'm gonna just
I don't. I'm just saying. I think this is one of those little, sucker. Let's get old guys like Chance who've had too many smoke breaks to lay a little parlay, a little side hustle, a little something on here.
Oh, I'll have the FanDuel account rolling this weekend. It'll be smoking, son. It'll be just white cap.
Hey, Drew, right here. Get your hand on your wallet.
You better ride on the rock.
Take that right hand and put it right here.
I'm not hitting the brakes. I'm hitting the gas. OU in the gas, baby. I like them to win it. Drew, who do you like?
I'm going to take Arch. I'll take them to cover or with the points.
Drew,
but I think they'll win.
Drew.
Oh my God.
Drew, did you not hear what the the mouth of the South he just gave you a great soliloquy,
right?
And you just totally, you just 86 that order in the back kitchen, didn't you?
Well, I've had about 30 years of the mouth of the South there, and some of his soliloquies. So
good point. Good point.
Soliloquies, whatever.
All the E's. So
I'm with Chance the Greek on this one. I don't see Texas beating them. I think Oklahoma's front four and their defense is good enough. And
Venables will know how to defend Manning anyway.
Yeah, just let him drop back and throw the ball, and that's a good recipe for success.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because that kid did not look very good at all when he's playing us.
Not at all. Next game up is one I'm still scratching my head how this team is not ranked. They lost one game to Arizona State, and that's my TCU Horned Frogs. That'd be number 2. They're number 2 on my all-time favorite football teams. There's the Gators, there's TCU, there's UL Lafayette, and then there's SMU Pony Express. Those are my teams. So TCU, they're favored 1.5 points, but they're going to Snyder Stadium at the Little Apple in Manhattan, Kansas, which is a tough place to play. But the over-under is 56 and a hook.
Okay.
Surprises the hell out of me, Mike. If you just listen to anything I said, what do you like in that game?
I'm taking the Horny Frogs all the way, full gas. Get on them. Kansas State pissed me off, and I'm done with them. I'm done with
in Dublin
the Tim Tebow wannabe kid, and then him and his dad and his brother
got his dad's ass whooped. Yeah.
by his older brother. So
caused a family domestic dispute. We had to break up in Dublin, and then tried to drown him in a puddle of water out in the street.
We'll call it the old Sanchez now for old Mark Sanchez.
Carve him up, babe. Carve him up. Mark, no offense, babe. No offense. At least it wasn't a butt fumble.
That's true.
Drew, you heard the news.
I hear you, and I both of y'all, but Manhattan's tough.
You're
tough
right
up there.
What
time's the kickoff? Do you know off the top of your head?
Let's just say, for argument's sake, it's going to be early. I don't have a damn clue, Drew. But
damn,
it probably will be.
Hang on a minute. Hold my sheet. Hold my sheet.
All right.
Hang on. How's that handwriting too, by the way, from old Mouth of the South?
I mean,
legible.
It's not bad for Athens.
It's legible.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's good enough for government work.
What was that?
Christian.
I said it's good enough for government work.
Absolutely.
Where are we at, Jimmy? Here we go. 2:30 kick on Fox. Could be the Tim Brando game.
Right. Probably so. Yeah. Well, I can't all go with the same. So give me Kansas State there and the under.
I like it. I like an antagonist.
Yeah. I mean, we all went burritos, and Drew went and enchilada.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, he went chalupa.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, every time. All right, next one up. This is a game that could be a little bit slippery, a little bit tricky for number 10, Georgia. Georgia's favorite 3.5 going to Jordan-Hare. We all know that's a tricky place to play. It tripped y'all up a time or two, and then we always had trouble there. 46.5 over under, so they're expecting a little bit of defense, as I say. But who do you like, Mike? Georgia at 3.5 at Auburn.
I like Georgia, and I like them to cover. I'm going to take the under, and the only reason I would, hedge this bet is depending on game time. If it's a night game, that's when it gets really kind of spooky around there, and the wind starts kind of doing some funky things. So, when is the kick? Is it 3:30 or 7:30 game?
Well, let me look. Let me ask my good friends here when exactly it is.
If it's a 3:30,
more prepared. I've been working. It is.
If it's the 3:30 game, I'm going to take the under.
6:30 kick, so 7:30 your time.
Yeah, I was going to say if it's a 3:30, I'm going to take the under. The night game, I'm taking the over.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Georgia to win, and I like them to cover as well, and I would go over as well.
Yeah.
I think Georgia's going to
Well,
hammer the gas, as you would say.
yeah. Well, I'm pumping the brakes. Pump it. Jake brake right here. We're Jake braking this thing. I'm thinking upset city, baby, like Dickie V. Auburn. You're not coming into Billy Ray Jordan hair and getting out of there. That Eagle's going to swoop down, and we're cow kicking the shit out of Georgia in this one. I'm taking Auburn, and I'm taking the under. I'm taking the under. It hurt me to say that. I'm going to take the under, though. This is a game like Vegas. Why would you have Georgia going in there winning by 4 points, more or less?
Because it's Vegas.
So I like Vegas to be scared of this game. They're scared for a reason, and that's because Hubert is going to have them rolling. Let's go Auburn. Give Georgia trouble.
You're using the air brake when you know it says on the interstate you cannot use them in this stretch of highway. So good job.
No. That's just in the city limits, Jimmy. We're not in the city limits, baby. We are wide open Route 66 right here. Barreling down the I-5. All right. Number 8, Alabama. 2.5 point favorite as they go to Mine in Your Place in Missouri. Number 14 ranked Missouri, who's 5-0. 52.5 over under. Drew, Bama's favored 2.5.
Give me Bama to cover, and I will go under on that one.
This is my upset special of the week right here.
Oh, we got a finger wag.
Wind that finger, baby.
I'm taking the old Tigers because anybody who don't know how to spell their own state and they just put Z's in there, I like them. So let's go with the Mizzou Tigers. And that's another one of them spooky, goofy places. It's going to be a little bit kind of dark, overcast. I like Drinkwitz. And I'm going to actually take the over.
I'm with you, Mike. 1,000 billion trillion %. I'm liking that a lot. I'm going to go the same way. Mizzou all the way in the gas.
Yeah.
I think Bama's been riding high the last couple weeks. They've been riding high the last couple weeks, and they are working on some things still. They think they have it figured out, and I think this is where they get hit right in the mouth. Yeah. And Drinkwitz is just the guy to do it because he's going to really step it up.
Amen. Sorry, opinion. Drew. We just couldn't be in one accord, buddy.
Yeah.
Right, I get it. Hey,
got 2 games left. This one will wet Drew's whistle. And Drew, let me tell you a little background on Hurricane Andrew. He came down here to Louisiana during Hurricane Andrew, and 5th graders, and comes down here from the Kakalakis. Was it South Carolina or North Carolina?
It was North Carolina.
Yeah. Came from North Carolina, but has spent time in South Carolina. Actually, as I said, a restaurateur. He was running the Texas Roadhouse up there, and Tommy Ray Bowden would come and visit him quite often. He'd let him in the back door there. So he's a big Clemson guy, too. So LSU played Clemson early on this year. Drew is an LSU guy, dyed in the wool. We won't hold that totally against him. So we've got another Carolina team that's going to be playing LSU. They got by 1. Now, South Carolina, who was Mike's pick at the first of the year to do it all. Just do it, babe. That's what he thought. Yeah, hammer the gas, do it. Sellers, babe. He was all about him. Well, so we've lost 2 already in this early season.
Yep.
Going to number 11, Death Valley, and I believe it's a night game, isn't it?
6:45.
It's a 6:45, 7:45 for all you Easterners kick. LSU favored 9 and a hook. The over-under, though, this is where it's misleading. The over-under is only 44.5.
Oh, baby.
Mike.
Give me Beamer, Sellers, and give me the under all day. Is
that your write it on a rock?
That's what I would say. You could put that on a rock and throw it through the what?
Pay window.
Pay window, baby. That's going to
Yes.
get paid. Telling you.
Yes. I'll pick this next, Drew. I'll leave that last one for you. I have to kind of favor with Mike on this just because it's 9.5. I think that's too strong for South Carolina, because if you believed in Sellers at all to start the year, and then we still don't know what the hell's wrong with Nutsinger. We still don't know what's wrong with him. So who knows what offense is going to show up for LSU. Their defense has been playing really good, but I think Sellers is a running quarterback, very mobile. He's got some weapons to get down the field. I kind of like South Carolina and the over in this game at night like that.
Well, I mean, I get it.
You're a gambler now. Speak from a gambler's perspective.
From a gambler's perspective, yeah. I would take South Carolina with the points if I was putting money on the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think
which you might be putting money on the game.
I might. You never know. You never know what the old account might say. But I think LSU will win the game. I think South Carolina's got a lot of ill will because of how last year went and the refs and everything. But I think hopefully my LSU fandom coming out here, hopefully figure out a way to run the ball and limit Nussmeier's whatever injury it is, and rely on our defense and get them some rest. And we can keep it under. We'll keep the under going. But the Weeks brothers will keep Sellers in check, I think. So,
is there any chance that BK and Sloan get suspended for this game? Is there any chance of that happening from you guys?
I mean, it'd be fine by me if they both did. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's how your running game, and that's going to get started. You get those guys out with some sort of mystery illness.
All right, last game on the slate, the biggest game in my eyes and Michael's eyes.
Right.
It's a night game going down to Kyle Field with a bunch of boy cheerleaders. Going to go down there 100,000 plus, very strong and very loud. I don't know if they're going all black. I don't know if they're going maroon. I don't know what colors they're going with. It doesn't matter. But Texas 8-4 is ranked number 5 in the country. They are a 46.5 over under, and they are favored. Let me go back and look. Somehow I didn't write it down. Can you believe that, Mike? I didn't write it down.
No, it's shocking.
Yeah. Let's see.
I mean, Drew, he's got to take his hat off to remember what the numbers say on the front. That's right. That's right.
That's a 6 p.m. kick, and for those of you scoring at home, 8-4 is favored 7.5.
Well,
Drew,
I mean, give me Florida and the points, because I can't ever pull for A&M for anything.
There we go. Come on, baby.
We'll call it right over left, isn't that how we do it?
That's right. That's how we do it.
I'd love to see a little dog get eaten, I think. So
yeah,
a little shepherd, whatever.
Little collie.
That's collie.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a tough place to play, but I think you guys have some momentum. You're coming off a high, and 2-0 against the state of Texas. I think be nice.
It sounds good, Mike. I want you to join in with me right now as I do a little song that I like to sing, and I know that you know it well. We are the boys from Florida, out where the old Gators play. Where the girls are the fairest, the boys are the squarest. In any old town our way.
Our way. Hey!
That's right. We are the boys from Florida.
It's old Florida, but that's okay, Chance.
All right. In all kinds of weather, what? We all stick
together, baby.
All right.
Florida. Here we go.
There it is. Thank you for finishing. I didn't think you were going to sing. And then you would not have been a true Gator at that point.
Well, you were butchering the song, so I just want to let you go with it a little bit.
Well, that's what I did, And was it my tunage or what was butchered about it?
Well, it's not "We Are the Boys from Florida." It's "We Are the." is from old Florida.
I know that, but I was trying to get through here. I wasn't wasting
Down
any
where
time in
the
our
old
show.
Gators play. Where the I'll let you finish the rest, partner.
No, it's done now.
Chance is better when he's got, when he could, not that he's reading the screen, Drew, but when somebody's reading it to him and then he can repeat it
That's
real
right.
quick
That's right.
while we're swaying.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, while we're swaying fourth quarter vibes,
Yeah.
I'm going to take the next
I'm
one, Mike.
I'm definitely taking the Gators, taking the gas. What was the over under?
Only 46.5.
I'm gonna take the under. I think defense travels.
Okay.
I think Billy's gonna kind of grind it out, which I don't disagree. I mean, in that loud environment, you want to try to keep the crowd noise as contained as you can. So I'm gonna take the under.
I'm going to think just like you, except I'm taking the over. I mean, you look at last weekend was 29-22. I mean, no, 29-21. You obviously would get there with that. Our defense will travel. They're still going to put up some points. It's at home. It's going to get loud. We're going to outscore them, though. We're going to have more big plays than they have. I think Jaden's going to actually break some off. And I think now that we have Dallas back healthy, and they're gonna double him, so one of these VB's going to be wide open, not wide open, but VB's going to find some seams. We're fixing to make some plays happen, and then it's going to be the offense we thought it would be.
I think you're right. I think like I said earlier, it's not necessarily the way that I would want to see and envision the season going, but Billy and the boys seem like they just when the going gets tough, they get going. Yeah. And it's just
Baker.
Again, it's a testament to him and that staff and the type of kids we have. They don't quit. So regardless of what the old guys like us say, they're still out there, doing their thing, and just gotta keep building, keep one foot and one brick in front of the other.
And you know what that means, Mike? And I won't back down.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Because last week they had contemplated changing the song to Free Falling, but now we can put that on the shelf for a little bit. Another exciting news, too, I'm going to get to go see my very first in-person West Point Black Knight football game this Saturday to go up see my boy up at school, and it's Parents Weekend, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. And they're playing the mighty, I think it's the Charlotte Charlatans, maybe. Noon kickoff. So me and Mitchell will be coming in hot because we got a game Friday night, and we'll be flying up early Saturday morning. Mama and the little baby bear, they'll be up there Thursday night. So
good.
Looking forward to going to see that and seeing the Black Knights do their thing, see if they can get a winning streak going. They won last week.
Safe travels to everybody.
Absolutely.
And give McLean our best from Jumping Offsides. And if I need to call up there and get you some press credentials for J.O. from the pod, and you can be down there with Coach Monken, I'll get you set up.
Yeah, get me set up, partner. Do that.
Okay. I'll work on that and see if it's too late to get it done. If it's not, I'll damn sure make it happen.
Yeah, get that happening.
Get that SID and AD, and we'll get it all done. How about that?
Yeah. Perfect.
Very good. Well, this was episode 48 tonight, and looks like it's a wrap. JD, hope you're enjoying yourself. And as we always say, as I've seen some of our followers quote on their pages, strive for perfection and settle for what, Mike?
Excellence.
There you go. Settle for excellence. This was Jumping Off Sides and another one. Thank you, Drew, for sitting in with us tonight, being part of the show.
Thanks,
Mike, thank you as always. We'll miss you. Call me soon. We'll get it together.
All right, partner.
Go Gators, go Black Knights, go Tigers. That's a wrap.